So sorry that it took me a while to get
There we
here.
go.
I was taking a
Was it one of those shits that like is life altering, where like your
Have you
pants fit better afterwards?
have you ever like woke up like in the morning and you're like, "Oh, fucking damn it, it's the morning. God, it's so early. I hate everything." And then you take a shit where you go like, today's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
oh my God, like I feel fresher inside. Like it's amazing. I wish that for everyone every morning.
No,
It's
mine are pretty violent because of the pre-workout.
Okay.
just drink more water, man.
I do drink water.
You think it drinks like a gallon a day, right?
Well, I try to, but that's like it's because that's the first thing I consume in the morning.
Yeah. No, usually I have like I have like a glass of like lukewarm water, and then I'll add like a little bit of
Salt.
baking soda. No, baking soda. That usually like, yeah, it helps. Like
So
before anything. Yeah,
so before we continue about bowel movements,
sure.
maybe we should talk about another piece of shit.
Oh, that
No,
goes
no,
fast.
no.
Hey,
I didn't dislike it
You
that
didn't
much.
even say it was a piece of shit before we started
I know.
recording.
I know. No, I'm joking. I don't think it's a piece of shit.
Do you
But,
just want chaos? Do you just want to agree with Twitter and the critics and all that? Like,
Yeah, 'cause the critics are all.
you know I'm a follower. I don't have original opinions. I follow other people.
Yeah, we all know that. I thought that was
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Who would do that? Anyway, you can follow us on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
Ferny, hit the intro.
Hey, everybody, it's Fernando from the Rollback Podcast. And today, it's not just me. We are joined by our reasonable idiot, Eddie, and Chema.
Hello.
Yeah,
And
reasonable idiot.
Well, what are we
we're talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, directed by Peyton Reed. Superhero duo Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne, together with Hope's parents Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, find themselves exploring the quantum realm, interacting with strange new creatures, and embarking on an adventure that will push them beyond the limits of what they thought was possible, or at least as fast as cameras can render these days. So, new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. They say it's an Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. It's an Ant-Man movie. Like, don't pretend. Yeah. Like, don't even lie. And but it's directed by the same director who did the first two, Peyton Reed. We have Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Jonathan Majors, Catherine Newton, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Michael Douglas, Corey Stoll, and Bill Murray for some fucking reason. And yeah, we all forgot he was in it. And yeah, so we saw it. I saw it last week. I think Eddie saw it like a couple days ago.
I saw last night.
Last night, yeah. What did we all think of the beginning of Phase 5 for the MCU?
This is the beginning of Phase 5?
This is the beginning of Phase 5, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know Phase 4 ended.
Yeah, Black Panther ended Phase 4. Or like I think the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special closed off, but yeah, it's done.
I liked it. I mean, it was a good Ant-Man movie. Like I didn't hate it. Could it have been a little bit better? Sure. It's always tough, especially with these movies, with Marvel movies, because it's always just like you have to watch everything or you're not gonna get something. And in this movie, if you did not watch Loki, you were not gonna be understanding who the fuck Kang was.
Yeah, I agree. Eddie?
I like it, yeah, but the holes are kind of glaring. Like I was telling Freddie before we started the podcast, I wish this was more of an Ant-Man movie and less of a setup to the Avengers movie. Like the first Ant-Man, like is within its own world, like it's within its own little bubble, and I kind of wish they had kept doing that because that's what Guardians 2 was. It was in its own little bubble. I assume that's what Guardians 3 is going to be like. I kind of wish Ant-Man had been that too. But I feel like they were too busy setting up Kang to really like all go all in on the Ant-Man story.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. I also thought the movie was like aggressively okay, like intensely, like violently fine, and that's not bad. That's not bad. I do agree that we are in this thing where we're watching everything. We have to keep watching everything in order to understand what's happening. I'm all in. Like I'm gonna watch everything Marvel does because I'm all in. Like I don't see myself dropping any of the like getting off the bus anytime soon. And if this is the one that made you get off the bus, really? This one?
I think that makes you a weak fan.
Yeah, I think it's what's the term though? The fair weather fan? Is that the word?
Fair weather
term.
Yeah.
A bitch.
Like really? This is the one? Like this one is fine. It's not bad. It's not great.
Yeah, I was thinking about the critics. I was just like, all right, whatever.
Like I understand. Like when the critics kind of ganged up on something like Eternals, for example. I love the Eternals, but I understand why a lot of people didn't like it because it was so like experimental and weird and different and like veering off the path of the usual MCU movie. And if that's the moment where people stopped, I was like, okay, fine. Like I understand if that's not for them. I kind of applaud Marvel for being a little bit experimental with that and all throughout Phase 4, really, like between that and She-Hulk and things like what was the fucking Halloween thing they did? The
Werewolf by Night.
thing. Yeah, Werewolf by Night. I kind of applaud them for being a little bit more traditional. This, sorry, for being more experimental. This was more traditional, I think. And for some reason, this is the one that like, oh, I can't handle it. I'm done. This one, really?
Nah.
My only gripe, the only thing that pissed me off about this movie is where's Luis? Like that's the only thing where I'm like, where the fuck is Luis?
Yeah,
he was a
takeout for this movie and for this franchise.
He was an Edgar Wright guy. That's why they took him out. Like he not the actor, but I mean like the character, like the original Ant-Man script was and you can tell it was written by Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
And this is them trying to do their best Edgar Wright impression, almost.
But it's just like he was in the first two. Why take him?
He was in the second one too. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. So to me, it doesn't make sense. Like it's like you should have just kept him in. He was pretty much a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Did Marvel confirm or Kevin Feige confirm that there's a video out there somewhere that actually does have Luis explaining the entire MCU up until Thanos?
I know that they showed it does exist and they showed it at like a Comic-Con, but it hasn't been released anywhere else.
God, I want to see that now.
Kind of sucks. But yeah, kind of sucks it's not in this too, because like why not? Like you could just have him like in like the real world, just like trying to bring them back or something. Like I feel like they could have done something.
Oh, imagine them trying to give him instructions. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" The big red button. Push the big red one and then turn the yellow knob. Okay, how far? Not all the way. And he did like,
yeah, something like that.
There's spots there.
Something like that. Yeah.
The one that I just kind of just wasn't feeling was the daughter,
the new Cassie.
Yeah,
oh, Catherine Newton.
There was just something about it. I just didn't like it. I don't know why. You can fucking say like that's weird. There was just something that I was just like, it just doesn't feel like it meshes well.
Well, you want to hear a kind of a shit story? So the actress that played Cassie in Avengers Endgame, you know how she found out she was recast? When they announced it at D23.
Wow.
She was like, cool. Like, when are we gonna get started? And then she hears at D23 this new girl, and she's like, oh, okay. Y'all kind of promised me stature, but all right, cool. I guess.
Did they promise her anything?
Huh?
I wonder if they did promise her anything.
I mean, I'm sure she was under the impression that she was going to continue.
Different from being promised.
I don't think so because you know how we always hear about like, oh, they got a Marvel contract, they're signed up for 5 movies. If she didn't get one of those, she's not promised anything.
Damn.
It's like, which weird. They only signed me on for this movie. I thought I was gonna be signed on for Ant-Man 3. They'll probably send me the contract later,
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Which it does suck. It does suck, but I mean, Catherine Newton is a very capable actress. She was really good in Freaky. She was really good in Big Little Lies. She was really good in Blockers and Detective Pikachu. I understand why they brought her in. They were like, she's a rising star. We can lock her in for several movies. I understand why she's there.
They can own her like they own Tom Holland, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. Why not? She's basically like the female Tom Holland. And
I feel like that's too high of a compliment there.
We'll see. I don't know. I think she's a really good actress. I really like The Society on Netflix. It was a show where she was the main character. She was really good.
I liked her on Freaky.
Yeah, she was really good on Freaky too.
But yeah, there was just I don't know. There was just something about it that I was just like, this doesn't fit right.
I don't know if it's the writing or maybe the fact that she does not look at all like Paul Rudd.
Can I tee off on her for a minute?
Probably do it. Oh, and no ex-wife in this one either.
I was going to mention that too. Like they were such great parts, especially in part 2 when they did the family hug, and they included Scott in it. I was like, that's cute. That's funny.
Yeah, no ex-wife, no new husband.
Well, I assume. Well, I don't know if you guys know about the Scott got full custody because he's an Avenger.
What? Did they explain that?
I'm
Is that in the
joking.
book?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, joke.
No, okay. Can I
was like, was that in the
for a minute?
book? Oh my god. Okay, fine.
Just for a second. Because I'm a little older now, and I can see where she's coming from. But also, like, you don't get it. Like, when she's shit talking that Scott isn't doing anything anymore, or how what's her face, Catwoman, Janet Van Dyne should have done more. When kid, they've seen war, they've seen death and destruction. Like you don't get to say you're not doing enough. You weren't there when bodies were all over the place.
You're a young pup, not hurt by war, and you're trying to tell me what to do? What? Why would you do that?
Where's that from?
Oh, I see gears turning.
I got no gears whatsoever.
Do you? Because his camera is turned off. I don't see shit. Like,
I can hear Eddie fucking wrestling around in his panties.
No,
I'll give you that clue.
No, I can't. I can't place that one.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
What?
You don't know who's? I'm gonna fucking kick you.
No, I can't fucking hear you.
It's a comedian, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh yeah, I still know who the fuck he is.
He's an Italian guy, very funny.
I gotta give him a shot. But like, yeah, I just she was pissing me off because she sounded like a child, and I get it. That's her thing. Like she's a kid, but also at the same time, like maybe lay the fuck off your dad.
Okay. For like being a good-hearted person.
Yeah, she was arrested for peacefully protesting. I did not hate Cassie in this. I'm gonna say it. I thought that it made sense that kind of like his dad's like feelings would pass on to her. I think it makes sense. I like that there's a new challenge and him raising her again for like the time that he wasn't there. I think there's an interesting point there. I don't think it was reached to its full potential, but I don't blame her. I kind of blame the writing. I don't think it's perfect on this one. I think it could have been a little bit more solid. But yeah, when you say, hey, why was she like complaining and saying that she hasn't seen the same thing? Weren't y'all praising the little kid from Black Adam for saying like, hey, come on guys, everyone brace up? Like,
no,
that was fucking stupid.
No,
I thought this was fine.
I called it out. No, I said, look, that's the cringe part.
Child, I praised Dwayne The Rock Johnson's incredible acting and him killing people in that movie.
I just wanted to bring up the fact that I hate Black Adam. Anyway,
hey, who wins in a fight, Black Adam or Ant-Man?
Doesn't matter. He would just go up on his. He would just go up on his ass and like explode.
We all lose.
Between who, Eddie?
What?
Between who, Eddie?
Black Panther and Ant-Man. We both.
It doesn't matter.
Oh god,
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Oh man.
Whose house? Ron's house. Whose house?
Oh, how you walk into
Ron's
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
so do you
yeah.
want to talk about the CGI?
There was there was definitely some wonky CGI. Like when they were running, there's an instance where they're running away from, I think it's that flying building.
Yeah.
Or it's something huge is behind them, and they're running. Like I'm like, that is some iffy CGI.
That is some Spike's 3D green screen right there.
Yeah, that is exactly what I thought when I was watching. I was like, "Ooh, that is not great."
And then I saw like an article come out a couple days ago that apparently like Marvel divided their resources for VFX and they took them out of this one and plugged them all into Black Panther. Like this was very limited VFX budget and stuff that they had, which I kind of don't like complaining about VFX anymore because it's such an understaffed and underpaid position and it's so like underappreciated that like honestly this might be like the best thing they could do.
Dino doesn't think so. He thinks that they should do more. He thought that James Cameron was right about having an 8-hour cut of Avatar 2 fully VFX. He thought they should do it. He thought it was the right thing to do. He thinks that VFX.
I want to see that 8-hour cut. I want to see that 8-hour cut. I want to go millions to that 8-hour cut.
I could only see that 8-hour cut if it featured like a lot of the whales, because I think that's the thing that got me through Avatar.
Christ. But okay,
the whales, they did something to me.
Speaking of whales, I don't know how I'm gonna segue this.
Whale of horror.
So fucking Cassie, being the genius she is, sends what, like a signal to the quantum zone? Is it quantum zone? Quantum realm. Thank you.
Yeah.
They get sucked in, and shit hits the fan. They get discovered. There's apparently some kind of rebellion going on, and we meet a villain that I really don't like how dirty they did him. MODOK. Which how much do y'all know about MODOK from the comics?
The most that I know about MODOK, I know it because I played the Lego Marvel games. And I saw like a little bit of the Patton Oswalt show. I'm not like a super fan of MODOK, and the main thing I know is that it's not supposed to be the Corey Stoll character. I kind of forgot his name.
Darren.
Darren. He does mention his name a lot in the movie.
Don't be a dick, Darren.
Yeah. Do I like what they did to MODOK? I mean, MODOK was never like a huge villain. He's just very memorable because of how he looks. Do I think his design is goofy? Yeah, but the character is goofy. Like I don't think there was another way to make him look. I think that's what he looks like. Did I miss like the squeaky voice? Not really. I thought it was very annoying. So the fact that he had like this normal dude's voice was kind of funny too.
Quick question, guys.
Yeah.
Can you all hear me clear now?
I can hear you clear, yeah.
Did you not hear me clear before?
I did, but you sound clearer now.
Yeah, I don't think my mic was plugged in all the way.
Oh.
I mean, I've been able to hear the whole time.
I was like, why does it feel like they can't hear me sometimes? And I was like, let me check my mic.
No, we can hear you.
Oh, professionalism here on the rollback, folks.
Hey, now I look like one of those hidden people on documentaries, like, oh, we used to do all the drugs all the time. It's just we didn't do it this time.
This is fantastic radio. So
God, I'm gonna send this into somewhere. I'm gonna find a way to edit that.
As long as I stay blurred, it's great.
Yeah, Eddie used to kill people and bury the bodies somewhere. I don't know where he buried them.
Prove it. But fucking dude, you know, okay. When I complain that this feels like too much like a setup movie, here's where I'm coming from. If you take out Kang, take him out of the movie, swap him with MODOK. That's about right. MODOK is like I won't say like a kingly presence, but he's meant to be a like a general, like not a conqueror like Kang, but he has robots that his minions and whatnot, like Megamind almost. That's who he is. And I really wish this had concentrated more on MODOK and him being like a Megamind-ish character, cartoony, but you can tell he has some stuff wrong with him. He is very insecure about himself. Like, go that way. I wish Kang wasn't here because they do a great job of building him up, but it takes away from the Ant-Man-ness, if that makes sense. I don't know. It didn't feel right.
I understand if that made you feel that way, if you feel like he was done dirty or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't care enough for MODOK.
Neither do I.
Maybe like,
I don't really know who MODOK is, to be honest.
No, just to be clear, MODOK is not my favorite character. It's just like, okay, they did this to Taskmaster, they did that to Crossbones.
Hey,
like,
Taskmaster is supposed to come back in that Cannonballs movie or whatever the fuck it's called.
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. I was like, it's something.
But
the way you were like close, but not even remotely close.
Hey, I knew the ballpark. I knew it had balls in there.
Or like the Mandarin. Remember how people were pissed that they did the Mandarin wrong in like Iron Man?
Yeah, but
like
then they did the Mandarin right and Shang-Chi kind of.
Just because they eventually fixed it doesn't absolve them of the original mistake.
Wow, so you're saying people can't be forgiven?
No, fuck people being forgiven. No, people cannot be forgiven.
Shit.
No, and like I understand where this is coming from because believe me, I've seen this discourse the entire week. Like I've seen people show up and be like, "Look how dirty they did MODOK." Like it's maybe it's because I'm older. Maybe the pandemic like really tired me down. But I don't have the energy to be mad at shit anymore. I saved up my anger for the entire year for Black Adam, and then I'm back to love. Like I can't. So I watched this movie and I'm like, that was totally fine. Okay. Like did they? And people are like, they ruined MODOK. Really? This is the thing that we're gonna be upset about? Really?
I want to be clear. I'm not furious. I'm just I wish they could have done. I wish they had gone in a more goofy Ant-Man direction. That's my shit.
We saw his ass. Like
goofy.
We saw his butt.
And his little tiny hands and fingers.
There's like an Ant-Man flavor of funny like superhero film. And I feel like this was trying to be that, but I don't feel like
you're just being nitpicky.
Maybe I am, and maybe that's a good thing that it's not so bad that I can pick on everything. Maybe I am wrong.
When Deadpool came out and he had this little arm, everyone chuckled, everyone laughed their ass off. They were like, "That's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah, the little legs.
And now we see like this in here, and now we're like, "Oh, that's not my Marvel." It's like, what? I don't know, man. Like maybe it's me, but it's like are there things to nitpick about this movie? Sure, but there are things that I really like, and there are things that I just and the rest is like fine, passable, not perfect. I'm sure the next one will be like a little bit better. The next Guardians is coming out.
Sorry, pissed off the one MODOK fan here.
I'm sure that will be better. And I don't want to dismiss how you feel, Eddie. I really don't.
No, dismiss it. Dismiss it. He deserves it.
I don't hate this movie. It's just like I wish Edgar Wright had made this movie.
He's the one that is for Ezra Miller being the Flash.
Oh, that's a completely different fucking can of worms, man. I am for them CGIing him out of the whole film and replacing him with someone else. So let's talk about Catwoman being an idiot and not telling them to not fuck with the quantum zone.
Okay, wait. I'm so sorry that I interrupted you, but that was one of the few things that I did like. Can I take 1 second to like praise the one thing I liked about this movie?
What?
Okay, so I know that the universe has not been built. The inside of the universe has not built up Kang as much as they built up Thanos. The only thing that we've had about Kang is that stinger at the end of the last episode of Loki, and that's it. And like Ferny mentioned, not everyone saw Loki, so they might not know what is happening or how this is all gonna connect. That's fine. What I did like, and this was a pretty cheesy part of the movie, but every time that Michelle Pfeiffer would talk about Kang, like he would never mention him by name. She would always be very like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, yeah, she would be very cryptic. I kind of liked how that was feeling because if I didn't know who Jonathan Majors was, if I didn't know who Kang was, I would feel like genuinely like curious and maybe not scared, but like okay, what the fuck happened here? Like, yeah, I don't think she's an idiot. I just think like that fear comes from a real place. Would I have thought the movie would be better if maybe Scott at some point met up with him inside of the quantum realm during the time that he was stuck? Maybe. I think it would have helped to connect a little bit more. But I actually like how built up he was because we just saw him in like the opening scene, and then throughout the movie for like the first hour at least, all we hear about him is very like he's coming. We're gonna take you to him. Like they just talk about him like he's a legend, like he's like something that shouldn't be mentioned. I kind of like how that was building up, and every scene that Kang is in. Did you notice that like whenever he would go and he would talk to Scott when he was in jail, or whenever he would talk to someone else, like they would kill all the music. Like they would really let you sit with the uncomfortableness of just being around him. And I found myself like genuinely like not scared or terrified, but like it was eerie. It was odd. I thought that was built up correctly. Do I think he was right that he was beat up by a bunch of ants at the end? Maybe not, but I'm curious to how they're gonna twist it afterwards with the whole Council of Rex or sorry, Council of like Kangs that they're doing. The MCU has been noted for taking stories from the comics and twisting them and remixing them and trying them in a different fashion. So I understand where they're coming from. I'm curious. I was definitely left curious to how they're gonna do it later, but I think they did Kang all right, at least in the first 3/4.
What's it called? No, you're right there. Kang feels like a bad guy. Like
Yeah.
he feels like a monster. And my mom is calling me for the second time in a row. That means it might be something serious. So I'm gonna go. Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, Ferny, what did you think of Kang?
I liked it. I liked this Kang. I mean, we were introduced to the other Kang that was kind of odd. He was more like, I guess, easygoing. Like,
The
if
one
he
from
was already
Lucky?
at peace after they killed, like, because from what I remember, there was a timeline war, and they banished that Kang to the quantum realm,
Yeah.
and then the other ones were just kind of living in peace.
Yeah, they were fine.
And I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah, they were kind of like just chilling and like fine. And that's also what I think helped to build him up because they were saying, like all of his like imagine what fucked up shit you have to do for like the like you from every universe coming into here and being like you're done, like you're out.
How are you?
I think
bad
that
one?
helped. Yeah, I think that helped and like the personifying of the character. Um yeah, so I thought that helped, but yeah. You good, Eddie?
Yeah, no, all good, all good. What was I gonna say? Kang, bad dude. He's how's it? He feels like a bad guy that can back it up. Like you know how the bad guys are like, I'm obviously I'm a villain, but they get conquered.
You thought he
Kang,
felt like a Thanos?
he felt like a legit threat. He felt like a Killmonger, a Thanos. He felt like an A-tier villain. But I don't like the fact that he got beat and now I have to go again. I will be back. I am sorry. This is unusual. God damn it.
All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, he got beat, but maybe it was the weaker one that got beat.
See, that's when I can't defend it. That's when I can't defend the movie because I'm like, well, wasn't he like the way bad one, like the one that like everyone wanted to like trap? That's the one thing where I am worried. Like, okay, they did a really good job in building him up, and then I felt the payoff was not perfect. The payoff was just fine, and that in turn made the movie just fine. You know?
I mean, I think that leads us into that end credit scene where I'm just like, okay, now I'm curious on how the new Avengers is supposed to play out. But I mean, it's a long fucking time until the next Avengers comes out.
Yeah. They gotta build up those who else could they add to
Blade,
the team? Blade,
Black
I
Knight,
guess the Guardians are out. Um
Black Knight.
Black Knight, it was the Ebony Blade? Was that what it was called?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ebony Blade, which is it gonna be Jon Snow? Like is that who the Ebony Blade is gonna be, or is it gonna be
Yeah.
someone else? Makes sense,
No,
right?
it's supposed to be him. I mean, he's the one that's supposed to pick up the blade.
Yeah. So
Moon
yeah, so
Knight,
they'll just Moon Knight, I guess,
Daredevil.
and Daredevil exists again. And I saw that they're doing that spin-off show with the girl from the Hawkeye show.
Oh, Echo.
Yeah, so and he's supposed to be in it, and the whole plot is like, oh, Daredevil is gonna be in the show. He's gonna be looking for an old ally, and everyone thought it was gonna be Jessica Jones, and then they're like, oh, she's not available, so it could be the Punisher. I'm like, fuck yeah, bring back the Punisher.
Hopefully.
So yeah, I don't know how all of those and like all the children that are taking over the Avengers are gonna take on all of the Kangs. I find it kind of impossible.
the new
but-
Black Panther.
Yeah, yeah.
Namor.
Namor, I guess they'll team up.
Namor.
Namor, colonizers, and what was I guess them, Shang-Chi, and then we'll see if the Eternals make presence.
Eternal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how or where all this is gonna connect. We have a new Captain America also.
Oh yeah.
and
We're supposed to get
and-
Captain America New World Order.
New World Order. Did you saw who's gonna play the president in that one?
No.
Harrison Ford.
Oh, I thought he
So-
was replacing what's his face? Because he died as
He did.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, and canonically, it's gonna be like the character becomes the president of the United States.
Really? So Thunderbolt Ross is gonna be president?
Thunderbolt Ross is gonna be president of the United States. in the
All right.
MCU.
All
Yeah.
right. It's a little odd, but okay.
It is very odd, but you know,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange still alive, not Sorcerer
he's
Supreme
alive.
anymore, but very much alive.
Uh-huh.
I guess America Chavez will be there too.
Don't know
uh,
if what's her face is gonna be coming back to life. Scarlet Witch.
I hope not. Well, it's not like a rude thing to say, but I like make the death like have some
Yeah.
weight in there, you know.
But she'll probably like die during the event. Like
No.
that's
Again.
going. I mean, maybe this will be the one to finish her off, or maybe her death will cause the X-Men. Like
You all continue talking about your back.
Okay. It's from take a shit.
So, are we doing this thing now? Chema, do you need to go next?
No, I'm a professional. I did it before we recorded.
For the record, I was not going to the restroom. I had to go handle something else.
Sure.
Swear to God.
You
Yeah,
could
anyway.
you could just say you went to take a shit. Like no one will judge you. Like
It
clearly
would
not.
have been faster if I had gone to take a shit. I promise.
Ah, Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
You have a cat?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
I have one of these things, and it kind of like exploded.
Oh, man, it's fine. Okay. What's it called? So, okay, what did you all talk about while I was gone?
Possible like what's gonna happen next? Like who's gonna take on Kang or the Council of Kangs or whatever.
Oh, how did you feel about them? I feel like they jobbed out Kang a little. Am I wrong?
I did, but I just talked about it. So you can go because I feel like I'm just the only one talking. Yeah.
No, like okay.
What do you think?
It bugged me because it's like you can't. How? Okay, this is not a shot at Ant-Man. How the fuck you gonna have Kang lose to anyone in a one-on-one fight? Thanos one-on-one bodies everybody. They had to team up against them, and even then they lost. And I feel
Ant-Man didn't have to win. He just had to make him lose.
you get what
That's
I'm
true.
saying. No, but you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? How the fuck are you listening from way out there?
Dude, I can hear you.
Oh,
I
Uh,
heard you from downstairs.
okay. Well, what do you really think about Ferny then?
Huh?
What do you really think about Ferny?
Oh, seems pretty cool. Big dick, you know.
Ugh.
Awesome.
How do you know for sure?
I've seen it.
Ew. But no, what's it called? Yeah, how you gonna job out Kang? That's all I'm saying.
One of the Kangs.
It
But
is
to
only
be
one of the
to be
Kangs.
fair, he's probably the weakest Kang. Still very strong because he took over the quantum realm, but the weaker of the Kangs.
But didn't he even say like they exiled me because I was the most dangerous one? I was the one that was going crazy.
Maybe because all of them are so powerful and he's just the only one that didn't know how to keep control over that shit. I feel like I didn't consider that angle. Maybe the other ones are like equally strong, but just diplomatic and like understand that if they move a muscle in the wrong direction, like they can cause some serious damage.
Yeah, maybe they were like, we don't need all this fighting shit.
Yeah, it's like remember that scene in Loki when he's in the TVA and he finds the stones and it's like, oh, they're paperweights, man. Like they're nothing. It's like, what if that is go. Yeah. It's just what if that is the way that they're going? What if they're so powerful that just what if they're like the Eternals or like worse? Like maybe they understand there's a code or like an ethics or something. I don't know. I wish they had explained that. I'm guessing all of that will make this movie make sense eventually. But yeah, is it kind of weak sauce that we saw them get beat by like a bunch of ants and being dragged? Yeah, a little, but also he doesn't beat him by the end by himself because Wasp comes in to help. By the way, I counted. Wasp has a total of 8 lines in this movie. In a movie that has her fucking name in the title. Anyway.
You really 8?
Yeah.
I will say
That's
those
sad.
ant scenes were pretty awesome.
They are. Honestly, the parts when Michael Douglas starts explaining and it goes like, it looks like the ants came to the quantum realm and developed a whole society around. I was cracking laughing. I thought
know
that was
the word socialism is a hot button, but
like that was genuinely very fun.
I know
Like,
Dito giggled to himself when he saw that.
I'm sorry. What's it called? I don't know. What was it? When Scott, let me pitch something to you. What if Hank Pym had died holding back Kang with all the ants?
That would
would have been an unnecessary death, but I guess they would have given it more weight.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's kind of no reason to kill him. I kind of like the fact that that he developed this whole technology again because he's like, oh, cool, I have a granddaughter. Like I can do shit. I can share with her my passion of science like that.
Oh yeah, like she was calling him grandpa.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. Like honestly, if they had killed him, it would have hurt even more because it's like, oh, come on, they just started getting along. Shit, what are you doing? What are you fighting?
I told you I don't like my food this way.
What happened? Dude,
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I didn't hate that part. I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I think I came into this movie fully prepared to see Paul Rudd die. Honestly, I have been calling it for months. And then when I saw the trailer for Creed 3 and I saw Jonathan Majors working out in that, I'm like, oh my God, he's so dead. He's going to slap him once.
Fucking
and he's gonna
jack this shit in Creed 3. And
he's
he'll
gonna
probably say, no, it's just from diet. Yeah, sure, buddy.
yeah. It's like he's gonna like I generally thought like did you ever saw Everybody Hates Chris?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Do you remember that episode when he's like my mom told me that if I ever lied to her, she would slap me into another nationality, and then she like slaps him, and he turns into like a little Asian kid. Like I thought that was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna happen.
Wait, are you talking about Creed 3 or when Kang was going off on Ant-Man?
No, but before watching it, like for months, I've been saying they're gonna kill Ant-Man. Like they're gonna kill Paul Rudd. Like it's gonna happen. Like I'm fully prepared for them to build up Kang and to show us how terrifying he is. He's gonna kill Ant-Man. And then when I saw the Creed 3 trailer and I saw him working out, when I saw Jonathan Majors working out, I went, "Oh, he's so dead. He's gonna walk in and just give him like a bitch slapping. He's gonna be so dead in the first 30 minutes of the movie. It's gonna happen." And it didn't happen, but I really thought it was gonna happen.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, imagine
So-
imagine when he was talking to Ant-Man in jail, and he was like, "I'm an Avenger." He's like, "You're the one with the hammer." He's always the hardest
Yeah.
one to kill every time. What? Yeah, it's always the guy with the hammer. He's the one that lasts the longest of all of you. You all die, but like, he's a particular pain in the ass to put down. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine hearing that? Like, how many Avengers have you killed? Lost track.
I mean, he kind of said that. Like he
I don't
pretty
know.
much said that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like my dialogue more. It gives him more, like personality. So we've been kind of, I'd say, giving pros and cons for this film. Are there any other things you guys want to like particularly mention?
I like Beb. I like the way he runs.
The what?
Oh, Bob.
Beb,
Bob.
Bob. The
Oh,
little,
the blob?
the little red blob slimy thing. That scene when they were all running.
holes.
That scene when they were all running and he was like going like. I was crying laughing. That thing was great.
Dude, okay, you know what? There was one fucking hilarious scene that broke me. He's like, "Are those buildings alive? Oh, yours dead?" That
Yeah,
broke
and
me. That broke me.
honestly, I feel like if we had more scenes with dialogue like that, it would have made the quantum realm look more, I don't know,
Ant-Man?
mystic, wonderingly, like sciencey. I like explanations like that because it makes sense of how deep in they are. Also, I really like William Jackson Harper. I think he's great in The Good Place. I think he was in this for too little. He plays like the mind reader guy.
Oh yeah. Stop
Um,
thinking that.
Yeah, he was kind of fun, but I wish he had been in the movie more because I feel like he was in it very little. And I think he's
I was
such a
like-
presence. So
I was like, that's where I know him from. I was wondering where
Yeah.
I fucking saw his face.
yeah,
Wait,
he's
where was he from
Chidi
again?
from the good. He's
The Good
he's
Place?
Chidi in The Good Place.
Ah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was also in Midsommar. He died in that.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
fuck. I hate that movie.
you hate Midsommar?
I hate it.
Why?
It's so long and so boring.
I mean, but is he wrong though?
No, I think it's fine. I don't know. The first time I watched it, I saw the director's cut, and that's like even longer, and that I thought was too long. But then I saw like the normal version. I'm like, this is fine, even though it's not that.
So they
uh,
broke you the
shorter.
first time, and then the second time you were like, "This is good."
Yeah, it's exactly how my relationships work too. Just
Oh my god!
yeah.
Oh my god!
Anyway, yeah. What else? Bill Murray's funny, but like disgustingly underused.
Wasp.
Yeah, I
Oh.
like the one scene at the end where he's like back in like his prime, like walking in the street, and he's like, "Oh my god, did I accidentally cause the end of the?" Nah, it's fine. It's probably fine. Like that I thought was like the most Edgar Wrighty that the movie got.
He's like, didn't he say that more would come? Like something worse would come?
Yeah,
That just caused the end of the world? I
Yeah,
like that
everything's
movie.
fine.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be
Yeah.
fine. What did you guys? Fuck, where's my note? I had one here. I want to ask you all your opinion on this. Modoc's death scene.
Modoc's death scene I thought like was great. Like I don't love I don't love that he becomes good because he just gets told to stop being a dick. That I thought was kind of weak. But then when he's like, "I died on a adventure,"
He's like,
that was fucking
Yeah.
great.
he's like, yeah, you're in.
And then I love that like he dies, and then like the first thing that Ant-Man says is like, "Today was weird." Like a lot of things happened today.
I don't know, man. It was funny at first, but it got more and more cringe. Like you've always been like a brother to me. Like, yeah, you too.
I feel like, look, I'm not saying you're wrong. I feel like we need to differentiate the word cringe from the word pathetic. Like, I think the word pathetic can be very funny. And I think he was pathetically super funny in this.
Fernie, what do you think of the scene?
I thought he was fucking hilarious.
Maybe I need to watch it with a crowd.
Oh yeah, you were in a dead fucking theater.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no one in there.
Oh no! After I took that snap, no people went, but there was only like 4 of the people there.
Well, at what time did you go see it?
I went at 7 p.m.
Okay. So I also went at like 7 p.m., but it was on like a Friday, I think.
But like
this.
Like premiere day crowds are always the best.
Oh yeah, definitely. Does your hat say fuck?
No, it says The Rock.
Oh,
Not that
You-
cool.
are you wearing?
Hey, I
Where
just
you-
wear a hat that says fuck.
It's just it's just I wouldn't put it past you. It's all I'm saying.
Not that confident.
Yeah. All right. No, I thought his death was fine. Honestly, it kind of made sense. I don't know if this also, but like I kind of like how he looked when he had like that armor face thingy more than what
Yeah.
he did when he didn't have
Yeah.
it.
That was
Oh,
intimidating.
Uh,
The elongated head was a little much.
Yeah. Did I love watching it? No, but was it kind of funny? Like by the end, it's I don't know. I kind of compared him to like Lemon Grab from Adventure Time. Like he's kind of just so punchingly pathetic that it's funny. I don't know. It made sense to me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Anything else y'all want to get out?
It's fine. It's a totally fine, passable movie. It breaks no ground. It does nothing new or original. It's just more of the same, and but not in a way that pisses me off. I guess.
Agreed.
I've always said that the worst thing a movie can do is be boring. This is the same, but it's not boring. It's just, it's like going to a restaurant and ordering something that you've already had, and it's like, oh yeah, this is fine. Not every movie can be a home run, but not all of them have to be strikeouts. And this one, right in the sweet spot. 2.5 stars out of 5.
Ready?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It was a good movie. Like, if you watch Marvel movies, chances are you're gonna fucking like this movie. And I enjoyed it. I give it a 3. 3 out of 5.
Fair. This movie was aggressively fine. And I think that's the biggest problem. Because the first Ant-Man was so amazing. So good.
Yes.
Shit. B minus? It's not terrible. Maybe it's better on a rewatch with friends. Maybe it's one of those movies.
It's weird because I find myself rarely rewatching Marvel movies. And I don't know if I'll rewatch this one, but maybe if I want to catch up towards something, maybe the next movies make this one connect back and make it work really well. Maybe they're setting something up. Remember, right now MCU is going through rebirth stuff, so maybe there's something we're not seeing. But maybe I'm giving the movie too much credit. We will see, I guess.
Oh, can I give Scott credit on one thing real quick?
A what?
Sure.
Can I give Scott something some credit real quick?
Oh, okay.
Scott.
For all the shit I've talked, you can clearly tell that there is some fatherly love there. Like he loves his daughter. Like they did a good job of working on the relationship. Huh?
He's always loved his daughter. Everything he's done is for her.
No, but like there are movies where like you are my child, but they don't. The actor or like the movie doesn't really convey it well. It's just like here's the arbitrary father-son relationship or father-daughter, mother-son, whatever. But in this movie, it feels like they did the work for me to say, yeah, you know what, good parental relationship there. He loves his daughter.
I do. I feel like there is like this man has had to act with 3 different actresses pretending that it's his daughter, and he's had fatherly chemistry with all of them. So yeah, I think there is something good there. Yeah.
Richard. Gentlemen, that said, what's on for next week? Is anything coming out?
Creed. Wait, Creed?
Yeah, but
Next
no,
week.
Creed's March 3rd.
Next week. Sorry.
Wait, is
Next
it already
week.
next week?
Yeah.
Is it?
Shit. Oh my! Oh, that's
Uh,
right. February's a short month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
Okay. Creed's already coming out. Wow.
It's not. Oh fuck! It's not coming out here until well, 2nd of March. Oh yeah, it is. It is next week. Shit. All right, I guess we're doing Creed 3.
Fuck it.
All
All right, folks. Next time you hear from us, we'll be doing Creed 3.
Nowhere to
That's-
go but up. Creed 2 was also aggressively okay.
What?
So
Yeah.
it was.
It was.
It was
It
really
was.
good. I liked it.
It kind of sucks that like Rocky. That's the
Mexican-
last.
The Mexican training camp kind of made me be like, all right, dude.
And today, this one, I think he's going to go into the woods.
We punch until the other person leaves. Yeah, Rocky. That's why you have CTE. That's why they made you fucking stop fighting in Rocky 5. Adrian, I can't see.
I don't think this is offensive. This is just cruel. Oh God, folks, we are on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts from. We are on YouTube. We have a social media page, Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. We recently got a TikTok, and a video just premiered. I guess technically 3 days before this comes out, because this comes out Saturday.
We're talking about the XFL.
Yes, I am very proud of that. It took days to figure out how to write, film, edit that bitch. I spent 5 hours today just rendering the goddamn video to make it look VHS style. So you motherfuckers better go watch that goddamn video.
All right, dude.
All right, everyone, go watch Eddie's video about the
Threaten
XFL.
I'm threatening everybody. Everybody.
It's funny. It's funny that that's what's happening. We'll see. You know what? You may have spent more time editing that video than the XFL will last on TV. Anyway, thank you all for coming and for watching. My name was Chema.
Ebenetti.
And this is Ferny. This was your rollbacks review of Ant-Man 3 Quantumania. Let's cut it.